to be here.
Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. I'm just in the back of the all-new third row Model Y. Raymond, what do you think about this?
Good.
So let's start by talking about what you lose. The compartment here, the false door, has a little lip on it now because it has to raise up to the height of the seating. And it used to come back to about here, and you'd have a secondary door, and all that is now gone. But what you now get is a third row. All right, so now I'm gonna try to get back there. I used to think you couldn't have legs if you wanted to, but let's see. To get back there, if you wanted to just drop the seat, you push this back here and the seat just folds flat. So if you want to open any further, you have a handle up here, you push that, the seat folds forward and then kind of pops up. It's actually all powered as well. And can I get back here? Yes, I can. What do you think? Is it cool? All right, here we go. Let's see if I lose my legs. I'm sitting back here. I don't know if my head is gonna fit, but let's try closing it. So far, so good. All right, it's a little scary the first time. And okay, my head is touching the glass, which means that's not good. Is your? Oh, I'm not trying. What about you? Is your head touching?
No.
You're okay?
I'm not big enough to.
You're not big enough? Not yet anyway. Okay, so legroom is actually pretty great. So what I want to do now is see if I could fit in front of myself, and then to see if I could fit in all three rows, because I'm about 6 feet tall and I'm curious. How do I flip it up? That way? That whole mechanism is really cool, by the way. And getting out is possible. So I fit here in front of myself. One more. You're still here, huh? Okay, and then, yeah, in fact, I could move myself up. If we were doing a trip, I could move myself up to here. And which means that I can probably move myself up back here. Hold on. And by the way, the adjustment is the bar right here. So I'll move myself up a little. Oh, that's actually, I think it's maximum. As far forward as it'll come. And yeah, the problem I think for me is the headroom more than the legroom, which is shocking. Next, I think the question for anybody who's looking to buy a third row Model Y is, can I fit my car seats back there? But before I do that, what if we try the stroller? So we got the third row up, right? Okay, and I took the bottom out. Here is a full-size stroller, and it fits totally fine. That's pretty big, but it still does fit, and there's room for other stuff. There's deep pockets on either side, and I have the false floor picked up. I wonder what it'd be like if I didn't have the false floor picked up. Let's see. You could put like a big airline luggage piece underneath, and then still have room for a stroller. Let's see. Should I try closing it? So a full-size stroller might be a tight fit with the bottom still up. So you'll probably have to get rid of the door to just stick it all the way in. But you could do it. And I think, hon, don't you think we could fit a double stroller? Our double stroller would fit as well? Yeah. So it's wide enough that if you have 2 kids in a double stroller, that'd probably fit as well. All right. Next up is car seats. So shoulder-wise, for like someone like me, a little bit tricky, but yeah, you could get in here if you needed to. First up, interesting, the seat belts are in like a tandem configuration. The one for the left side is in the front, and the seat belt for the other side is in the back. Okay, so, all right, Remy, you want to hop in? Let's go. Do you like the car? You want to spend more time back here?
Yeah.
Car seat installed. Do they have the hooks for the other kind of car seat? They do not. So, just like the second row, there's hooks on the back of the seat for the top of the car seat to latch onto. We have this Up-A-Baby, and one of the ways you can install it is with the latch. So the second row will have these latches. You see this little logo right here? That tells you there's a ring, and you can see it right there. That's the hook right there. So what you could do is you could just hook the latch that way. But since we don't have that, we're gonna have to go to a seatbelt mode. All right, so now let's see how a shorter person, my editor, Juan, who you've probably seen in my videos before, he is 5'2", he said. And so this would be a kid and somebody on the shorter side. Let's see how the head, is he gonna get decapitated? No, he made it.
Pretty good.
And how's your headroom?
Pretty good.
Not bad?
Headroom is not bad.
But you can fit back there?
Yep.
So you and Remy could fit back there. We could have one car seat and still have 7 people. So actually the funny thing is the knee room is doable. Like you could kind of slouch and get away with it. I don't know where your feet are supposed to go. I kind of have to just, you'll see when I close this, but you have to just try to find a little spot where your feet can actually fit. So this is with the seat moved all the way forward, right? And this is the seat all the way back. So in all the videos that people were watching where there was no leg room, that's with the seat in the completely far back position. And clearly you can't do that with people in the back. But when you have it like that, it's really roomy. And I think there's a tilt mode. So this is the seat in its upright position. And then if I grab the handle here, then I can tilt back just like I can in the normal Model Y. That's how much adjustment you have. And then again, the handle here moves it forward and back. And this is all the way up, and it's still decently roomy for a taller person back here. And that gives you leg room for a person, an adult, for a short period of time, I'd say. I don't know, you want to go on a long road trip with that. But the next thing is, let's talk about when you don't need the third row, how much are you giving up? That's a question I would have, right? So if you're not using the third row, you would take the car seat out. Next, we push the headrest back down. You have the same controls to lower the back seat for the middle row. Now we're gonna move the second row as far back as they will go. We're going to take the third row, put them down like you would normally if you didn't need it. So basically, you've got the 6th and 7th seat, but when you don't need it, what is it like? So with all that done, what do you lose? Well, this opening is smaller. If you kind of look at this crease, this is how big that door would have been in the past. But there is still a good amount of room. You can fit a over the head luggage for like an airline. And now you lose about 3 inches because this back is a little bit higher, and you don't have that second drop down for other storage and stuff. But other than that, you've got tons of room. So to see how much the second row slides, here's a pretty good example here. This is in the full forward. You've got about, what is that, like maybe 6 inches? Here's a iPhone for comparison, okay? This is in the back configuration. And then when you want full slid back, you've got no room at all. So a little cup holder and 2 USB charging ports right here. You have room?
I actually do. My hair doesn't.
Say hi.
Say bye. Say bye. Say bye. Good
Do we
night.
have room?
Have you?
Turn.
Say hi. Say hi.
It's not
No
much,
dome
right?
lights back there. But do you fit? You're
I
fine.
am.